is one of our new baits. It's actually designed somewhat after some of the bass style lures. And when I first got it, a gentleman, his name's Paul Stark, who designs a lot of baits and works with a lot of the Bass Pro guys, we had talked about making a swim type lure where they're very popular. And this thing did have a hole through the eyeball, and the insert went way forward, which meant I couldn't really fish it with a jig head at all. And I really, this is salt water. I like to fish a jig head, so I set it up where I could fish it with the screw lock. However, I can stick a jig head, and there's plenty of meat in it before it gets to the insert that creates this cavity here. It's got the slot in the top like many of the weedless style baits do, so this hook point can lay right down there, and I don't have to stick it back into the plastic and fish it through this heavy, thick grass. And today when we were fishing, we found our fish in these mats of almost floating, I don't even know what that stuff is called, but it's just almost like moss that's just floating. It seems like these fish were a little bit comfortable in it. And with something like this tail is designed to have a very hard beat to it. So it puts out that pulse which can draw that red fish in, and it seemed to work. And it's got a lot of mass, it's got a lot of plastic in it, which allows me to cast it very well, get good distance casting. So to be able to throw something weedless where I can get good distance casting, I'm gonna be a happy boy. You saw the kind of thick grass that we're in here, and these fish, we've seemed to have spooked more fish in this thick stuff than anything else. It does not lend itself to fishing an exposed hook jig, so I was using a screw lock bait that I could bury into the body where I could expose that lure to the fish without just snagging grass. And that's what it took to catch these fish in here today. So for your latest fishing report, go to BayCountyOutdoors.com.